Ladies, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Please be advised that this movie has no nudity.
I'm out.
Come on, Annie. Let's go to the movies.
Yeah. I just have to wee-wee.
And we're back. Just like the Five Musketeers.
What the hell am I looking at?
A country where culture means pornography and slasher films.
If you had these boobs, you'd be obsessed with them too.
Very exciting, big event. Everybody's excited, huh?
We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends.
We're Cinemanda's podcast.
So we're doing...
I'm ready.
We are not doing we're not setting up an intro. We're just going to go in.
Well, no, I'm not doing an intro. I'm just talking about good times.
You can do whatever you want.
Not Good Times. It's a different movie.
No? Okay.
Yeah,
a
we're not
good
doing
time.
That
well, you know what?
Have good time.
When I was watching the movie the whole time, I was singing the Big Boss Man theme song from wrestling. We're talking hard times. Talking about hard times. Big Boss Man will cross the line. Better watch your mouth, because you're doing good time. Carries a big stick. No.
He has to bring wrestling into the non-wrestling movie that we're doing.
Song. I don't watch wrestling.
Wow.
Big Boss Man was 80s.
Cool.
Yeah, well, then the 90s, and he was actually 2000s.
Really?
We'll talk about that when we get to Iron Claw.
All right.
Not Big Boss Man, but, wrestling.
Yeah. Wrestling.
And my lack of...
Wrestling.
Your lack of wrestling?
My lack of understanding of wrestling. I was very excited to see Ric Flair.
I was wondering who was going to play him, but we're not...
I had to look it up because I didn't recognize who
either.
it was. I thought it was somebody, but it wasn't.
I thought it was Walton Goggins.
I did too.
Anyways, we can talk about that.
Anyways, yeah.
We can talk about that.
But we're not talking about that.
No.
Why don't we talk about, I don't know,
we haven't even started.
Yeah.
You haven't even given me an intro.
No, I haven't given you an intro, but I'm going to do that now.
Go
Welcome
ahead.
to the Cinemanda's Podcast. My name is Adam. I am here with Roman.
Hard times.
And Alison.
Hi.
And we are here to discuss Alison's topic for this series.
It's mine. It's my show.
Okay.
It's mine. I'm taking it over.
Go.
Alison's show.
Yes, that's me. Yeah. I don't like that at all, but it's okay. I deserve better than that.
Why do I have a smoker's laugh?
I don't know. Do it again. Yipes.
It's Muttley.
It's Muttley mixed with smokers.
Lourdes, your laugh is so pretty.
I've noticed I do that a lot now. Is that,
Muttley,
that
you're smoking too many packs a day. Yipes.
Well, I'm looking forward to the...
oh, my God.
I'm looking forward to the
That's called
biography.
improv.
No kidding. I'm looking forward to the biography on Muttley. Maybe A24 will do it, right?
No.
Right. Wacky Races, the A24 version.
Okay, well, thanks for spoiling my theme.
We're doing Wacky Races?
Yeah.
Wacky Races?
No.
Dick Dastardly's going to be awesome.
Muttley!
I hate you guys. I hate when it's my turn. It's just, you guys are so mean to me. I watch Rocky movies. I watch the garbage you make me watch. Anyways, so I thought, what are you pointing at?
Buckaroo Banzai.
Buckaroo Banzai. I forget what I used to call him. Bonsai? I spelled bonsai wrong. Anyways, so I thought that I would do A24 non-horror movies. You may be asking yourself, but Alison, what is A24? I don't know what that is. I'm going to tell you.
Is it B25?
What's B25?
Bingo.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
good job.
Bango. Because there's an A in it.
You must not play a lot of bingo because the B numbers don't go that high.
No, I don't.
Oh, I didn't know there were like that kind of rules.
I reserve the right to play bingo when I'm like 90.
Oh, that's a shame.
Bingo's
bingo
fun.
is fun. Don't you like fun?
Well,
Are
no.
you against fun?
No, I once had a
Are you
dog.
against a good time?
Do you not like having a good time?
Yeah, the 25 numbers are under O.
I didn't know that.
Actually, they're under N, I think. I don't know. I've played a lot of bingo on cruises.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, no, A24 is not bingo.
I played the slots.
I bet you did.
Oh, yes.
Those slippery slots.
Indeed. Yes, please go ahead.
That's
A24.
Okay.
A24.
A24 is a production company. Did you know that?
I know now.
Yes. It's a production company founded in 2012. I feel like Adam with like notes, but don't worry, I won't be that long and boring. A24 Films put out their first movie in 2013 called
Geek Toys.
A Glimpse Inside the Mind of Charles Swan III.
That was an A24 movie?
Apparently.
Huh. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, $5 says the title was actually longer.
Oh,
and then
probably.
They fired Fiona Apple.
Huh. But A24 didn't grow into a bigger company until the release of Spring Break. Why did I sound like that? I did not sound like James Franco. When I did that.
Break.
It's actually Spring Breakers.
Yes.
Yeah, you both kind of sound like you rehearsed that.
We didn't. Yeah, Spring Breakers came out later that year, and it blew up the company.
And it was shot right here.
Yep, in Clearwater.
No, in downtown St. Pete.
In downtown St. It was in Clearwater too.
Oh, really?
Clearwater Beach.
I know they shot a lot on Corey Avenue.
Yes, but beach, because it's about the beach.
About the beach. Well, St. Pete Beach is Corey Avenue.
Yeah, it was.
Or Corey Avenue is St. Pete Beach.
Yeah.
Trent Reznor is Nine Inch
I
Nails.
can't see some guys, white guy with braids and gold platinum teeth without thinking
Riff Raff?
James Franco.
No, James Franco.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Riff Raff did look like that, but he always looks like that.
Wasn't he like modeled after Riff Raff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Riff Raff.
But we're not talking about Spring Breakers.
Well, I mean, we are. Anyways, so from there, they bought the U.S. rights to Ex Machina,
Okay.
or as people like to say, Ex Machina, and
I told you that out
Room.
of confidence.
Huh?
I told you that out of confidence.
That's okay.
Promise.
Up until recently, I called it Machina too, and Room, which was the Oscar award-winning movie with Brie Larson, where she actually acted. Did you see that movie?
No, but I did see the movie about the making of it called The Disaster Artist.
No, two different movies. Room was actually a really brilliant movie, but
Yes,
it was
yes, I
very,
did see
very
Room.
sad. Very sad. So from there, they obtained worldwide rights to The Witch, which came out in 2015. At that point, they changed their name to just A24 in 2016. So they went from A24 Films to A24, and then they started producing heavy hitters in TV such as Beef, Rami, and the show on Max, Euphoria. Did you know
did
that?
not know that.
No, I did not.
I didn't know they did TV.
They did.
Huh.
They did.
I thought the one with Nathan Fielder, I thought that was their first one.
Yeah, the con artist.
Yeah.
The con, not the con artist. The con. Yeah. No, yeah, they did Euphoria, which was funny because I watched Euphoria every week and I never noticed that it was A24. Like I don't think they showed it. I think they just did the HBO thing before it.
Yeah.
So I
You
don't
know,
know.
the thing I like about Euphoria is it always gives me a good feeling.
Yeah, and a good time.
And a good time.
Of course.
Good old Zendaya.
But The Witch is what got me started on A24 movies.
The Witch
Yeah.
is not direct enough for me.
Direct enough?
Yeah, it's not direct enough.
I'm not getting your dad joke here.
Witch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're welcome. Please continue.
I mean, it's really the Vitch.
It is the Vitch.
It's two V's making a W.
It's very weird. Yes, so that
I have the pop of the goat somewhere.
the Pop of the Goat.
Pop of the goat.
and this
Pop of the Goat.
Pop of the goat.
That was the name of the goat in the movie. Papa. Eat,
hey, we
Papa,
finally got a sponsor. Not Papa John's. We got
Pop of the goat.
That's one of my favorite lines in Santa Claus is Coming to Town, or is it Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? I don't know, but she's like looking at Santa and she's like, "Eat, Papa, eat."
Oh,
Anyways,
Pop of the goat.
Yes, so that movie came out, and that's what kind of got them as heavy
Papa
hitters
Goat
in horror. So A24 has become known to most moviegoers as a horror powerhouse production company.
Blumhouse.
Not necessarily as big as Blumhouse, but they have garnered a big fan base because of their new look on horror and art house style films.
Smart horror is what they call it.
So we've
Smorer.
discussed a lot of A24 horror before, so I didn't want to do that again. You know, they're still putting out good movies, blah, blah, blah. But
They're really branching out now.
yes, so let's,
They got an action movie out now.
Do they?
Yeah, Civil War.
Oh, that's right. Yes. So I thought it would be cool to just like dive into some of the movies because they have this entire section on HBO now that's just dedicated to A24. So I sent out a list to everybody and I wanted it to be movies that no one had seen. So we all picked a movie that none of us had seen and we just wanted to talk about it because there are movies on there that we had seen before, you know, like Room and I think Moonlight, right? You loved Moonlight.
Oh my God, that was.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna go down that.
Oh, that movie was so good. La La Land.
I knew you were gonna do that.
What? Hey, it's not my fault. Steve Harvey messed up. Okay.
Was it Steve Harvey or
Yeah.
was that the John Travolta one?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh man.
No,
No.
John Travolta mispronounced.
Yeah, he mispronounced what's her name's name.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Adina Menzel.
Yeah, that was Steve Harvey.
What did he
Kinda
call
give him
her
a pass.
again?
I don't know.
Something crazy.
Adina?
No, it wasn't even Adina. Like, it was like Nadim Hersad or something. It was like, what? Anyways. So, so I came up with like 12 movies and each of us did one. And this first one we're going to go over is Adam's pick. And Adam, what did you pick?
I picked Under the Silver Lake.
Under the Silver Lake.
Starring Andrew Garfield.
Spider-Man.
And what's funny is I bought this movie when it came out because I was very...
Of course he bought this.
I was very
own
interested in
it.
seeing it, and I never watched it until now.
See, it was fate.
It was fake. Or fate.
No, fate. It was fate that I did A24 and you were like, hey, I already got this. So
And this moment of I own it was brought to you by.
Mark it on your bingo cards.
Yep. If you still have Romans wrong, please.
I don't think anybody does. So do you want to describe what the movie's synopsis is about?
Synopsis?
Synopsis.
The synopsis. Well, it's about this guy. You see, this guy, he was crossing the street one day.
Walking shadow.
And suddenly there was a total eclipse of the sun. Oh wait, no, that's Little Shop of Horrors. No, it's about this guy, and he's not the most ambitious person. In fact, he doesn't have a job. He lives in L.A. and lives off his mother, and he has this crazy thing about conspiracies stuff. Then he meets a girl, and the girl just kind of disappears. She moves out from across the way, and then he's on this mission to find her, and it's very David Lynchian. It's very it's very David Lynchian. So,
yes,
yeah.
it is. Yes, that's a synopsis. So obviously more happens, but yeah. So we're introduced to him. Sam, right? Isn't that his
Sam,
name? Okay,
yes.
Sam. I find Sam, and I'll talk about him more in his character, but I find Sam to be gross. He is a lazy bum that just doesn't do anything. I wanted to know, first of all, and I guess I didn't put two and two together that he's living off of his mom because he kind of just like, we didn't meet the mom. We just like heard her on the phone.
Yeah, she's only on
right?
the phone, yeah.
Because I was like, how is this guy affording this apartment?
In downtown LA.
And he's got a brand new Mustang.
Yeah.
Like what? So I don't know. Andrew Garfield is a good looking guy, but he looks so dirty and like sweaty this entire movie.
Yeah, he doesn't clean at all.
Yeah.
And
but yet
he's so likable still.
Is he likable?
Yeah.
No.
I don't find him likable at all. However, girls seem to like him because he's getting ass left and right. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, Garfunkel from Garfunkel and Oates.
But not the bird lady, apparently. He
hooked up with the bird lady.
Yeah, at the very end.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But
who had really nice tits.
For her age,
Yeah.
yeah. She probably was like late 50s.
If that, yeah.
If that,
Exquisite.
yeah.
And I didn't think I would see Garfunkel nude either.
No, yeah. Oh, more people should know about this.
Yeah.
You want to see Spider-Man naked? Watch this movie.
This is a movie with a lot of
Then you can watch
female
Michael
nudity
Fassbender.
without Sydney Sweeney being female nude.
Which is a very missed opportunity because as fans of Euphoria, we have seen Sydney Sweeney's boobs many times, and they are one of the best boobs in the business.
They really are.
Just one?
I mean, her boobs are phenomenal.
Welcome to Boob Talk. This is the sequel of Ass Talk.
So, okay. I guess we just start talking. So,
And he's best friends with Topher Grace.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, so he sees the girl. What is her name again? Sorry. What's
Sarah.
Sarah, yeah. So he meets her. He kind of becomes obsessed with her. He's like watching her and her little dog. I guess it's assumed that she just moved in, but she could have been there a while. I don't know. Like he's just now like noticing her. And she comes over.
Well, first he's watching his neighbor and watching her in the same exact way that Jimmy Stewart did in the beginning of Rear Window.
Right. And then
there's a lot of nods to Hollywood in this movie.
And then he goes over to her house that night.
They literally stand on Alfred Hitchcock's grave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hitchcock's grave.
Exactly.
And then she just is kind of like weird and like talking to him. And then she shows him this trick about eating like crackers with milk. No,
Orange
crackers
juice.
with orange juice. And want to make out, want to sleep together. Yeah, let's do this.
Well, they were high, too.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's always high.
Yeah.
And he just became obsessed with her over this like 6-hour period. And then all of a sudden she like basically has to kick him out because her roommates are home. And then
The pirate guy.
yeah, like what? It's very weird.
He's like straight out of a Garden State. The
Yes.
pirate guy.
Yes.
I was thinking, Dodgeball.
Oh yeah, Steve the
Steve
Pirate.
the Pirate. Alan Tudyk.
And then Sam wakes up and everybody's moved out of the apartment and he becomes obsessed in finding her. And it's like, where do you get off? First of all, you don't know her.
I think that was part of the problem. You didn't get off.
But like, what? I mean, I get it. That's the whole premise of the movie. But that's one reason immediately why I started hating him. Because like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's like stalking these people he doesn't know.
Yeah, like that's what you're doing with your life when you don't have anything going on for you. Now you're going to try and find a woman that doesn't want to be found.
Right.
Like, who do you think you are? So,
Well, and I thought that was very telling when he's talking to the landlord. The landlord's like, by the way, you need to pay your rent.
right,
Yeah, it's like, maybe she didn't want anything to do with you, pal.
right.
I like
He's
how
still charming to me.
How is he charming? Tell me.
Because he was just very, happy-go-lucky. He was very goofy when it called for being goofy. And it's Andrew Garfield. How can he not be charming?
he got in a fight.
Well,
with
I'm
a bunch of
I'm not
teens.
arguing with you as far as Andrew Garfield. I'm talking about the
He
character.
beat the shit out
Yeah,
of a little
it's
child.
it's like, he's happy so go lucky. In my head, I'm just like,
I forgot about that.
yeah, cue the clip. Let's go ahead and just clip into like the random like sounds of him beating a 14-year-old's ass.
Yeah,
Spider-Man's beating
14 at the oldest.
I don't blame him for doing that.
Yeah.
They were
anyways.
keying cars. Like that's a no-no.
And that's worthy of an ass beating.
And
Yeah,
Spider-Manning
absolutely.
his handle.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't fix a keyed car. It's not like they were like putting like,
Gum in the handles.
egg on it or something.
That's worse.
What?
Yeah, because the egg will deteriorate the paint.
Yeah, but he could just go and wipe it off. Like keyed car. That's I don't know.
Yeah.
I
You have
didn't.
to get a whole new paint job for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like buff it and stuff. So not that he cares because he didn't. I don't know. But I'm not talking about Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield is charming and whatever. I'm talking about the character. The character was not charming at all. Like he was just like a hot mess, and he was just into everybody's business. He was one of the most selfish characters I've ever seen in a movie.
Yes, I agree.
But he's right on that line of that's his character because everything was handed to him. I feel he hasn't had to earn anything, so that's he's having this is playtime to him because he doesn't have
Oh, sure.
any
Right.
investment.
This is his job now.
Yeah, he doesn't have any investment into this because there's no stakes for him.
Right.
Everything's been handed to him. He's living, basically rent free. Well, not really. And so
He's kind of living rent free for a couple days.
yeah,
Yeah.
until he's evicted. But anyways, yeah. So to me, that was very interesting because when I first watched the film, I've never watched it before. I didn't even hear of it because when it came out, it was right around when Gabriel was 1 or 2, and I was watching a lot of Paw Patrol and kids films, all that fun jazz. So the first watch, I hated his character. I hated this character. The movie was all over the place. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Like, it's a little bit of this, it's a little bit of that, it's a little bit of, and I'm piecing it together. And I'm like, and then when the film was over, I'm like, let me watch it again.
I did the same thing.
Immediately after it was done, I'm like, let me rewatch it. So I was up until about 4:30. Don't tell my wife. Watching it for a second time, and then I realized, holy shit, this is annoyingly good.
Yeah. It's it's the David Lynch effect. The first time you see it, you're like, this is garbage.
What is that? The Russian story about the guy who turns into the roach. Is it Nietzsche?
Kafka,
the
Metamorphosis.
Yeah, it had that same feel where you take everyday life and then you kind of twist it on its head, and that's what it kept on making homages to in my head. There was some harmony to that story where you take this guy who's everyday loser, and you make him a winner in certain aspects, and he can't win in everything, and it drives him nuts.
Right. I've been listening to a lot of conspiracy podcasts. Not conspiracy, more like about conspiracies. And so right when I watched this, I like keyed in on a lot of the stuff, like the symbology and the numerology and the patterns and stuff. And I in my mind, I took it as an interesting allegory on the idea of looking for outside answers through conspiracy theories, to show the absurdity and the lengths people will go to in a conspiracy to make that thought process develop.
I mean,
to me, it just seems like it's a story about the absurdity of conspiracy.
well, if you just twisted this movie just slightly a different angle, it could be a hilarious comedy, kind of like the movie Sex Drive back in the day.
I just watched that last
and
night.
Trojan
That's weird.
Wars.
I love Trojan Wars.
Yeah, where it's kind of on that same vein.
But it's not a sex comedy.
Well, no. But if you just twist it a little bit, it's that same absurdity as like Trojan Wars or Sex Drive, where it's like all these things happen to this guy, where it's like, what the fuck? The owl thing, and
I mean, there were a lot of parts in it that were funny. That were like ridiculously funny. Like the
hobo.
The hobo was funny.
The king.
The guy the composer, that whole scene was fun. That whole scene was funny and ridiculous, and
that was so poignant. Like
it was the songwriter.
Basically, you feel like everything that you feel I've influenced.
Right. To me, the songwriter was proving that there is absurdity in everything and meaning is nothing.
Yeah. Now, I did do deep dive and found some interesting things about the fireworks. I was looking, I went down this whole. I didn't realize that there's like a cult following on this damn film.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like seriously, like
there's apparently a lot of symbols and stuff in the movie that are just hidden.
Well, yeah, they brought up some good points where I'm like, holy shit.
This movie was just made to be a cult.
Yeah,
movie
it's a conspiracy theory in its own regard.
Yeah.
And like I went so deep down the rabbit hole, I had to delete my cookies. I mean, seriously, it's like, oh man, I'm jeez.
You're turning into Sam.
No, I'm not going to listen to the albums backwards. I did that when I was 16.
The Silver Sun Pickups album.
What was the band called again?
Jesus and Dracula's Brides.
Yeah, they made me laugh. All those scenes.
Jesus was great when the toilet.
Made me laugh.
Well, which is funny because if you think about the ending, that kind of is where you're at. The Jesus and the vampires.
Okay.
What do you mean, Jesus and the vampires?
The ladies in the room in the bunker. The bunker.
The guy, the billionaire guy.
Yeah, Jesus and the vampires. There you go.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Boom.
Oh, the Brides of Dracula.
That's it. The Brides of Dracula.
Them two.
Yes, the Brides of Dracula.
The Brides of Dracula.
My notes. Well, I outlined like scenes, but I always write like the funniest notes that just like come to me when I'm watching the movie. My notes my bullet points are skunks. Because what was the deal with all the skunks?
There's a lot of skunks in L.A.
What are you going to do with all those skunks?
Exactly. He's
all
just
those
getting...
skunks running around my junk.
I felt so bad for his friend that would come over and they would just get high and have sex, and like she's there helping him like get the skunk stuff off of him in the tomato juice bath. Like,
wait, you feel bad for someone who's there to get dick? And she got dick?
I feel like she wanted more than that from him. She actually liked him.
She wanted to be Captain Save-A-Ho. I get it. High five.
No, I think she really liked him.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think she liked him. She was like always asking him questions after sex and looking at stuff.
Yeah,
and
she wanted more. I mean,
he was naked a lot.
Sure.
In this movie.
My wife refers to that type of mentality as you can't be Captain Save-A-Ho. You can't be Captain Save-A-Ho, as in you can't save a hoe. You can't.
Why was she a hoe?
No, not her.
She's a hoe.
Oh, he's a hoe.
Yeah, she's Captain Save-A-Ho. He's the hoe.
I mean, at least she had a job.
That's right.
I don't know. I felt bad for her. Like she was just like used all the time by him, and like I don't know. I'm surprised he didn't drag her along for the ride. I don't know.
If he would drag anyone, it'd be Topher Grace. Or the guy from It's Always Sunny.
I don't watch that show, so I don't know
He was
who
the guy that
is.
he was always running into at the bars.
Oh, okay.
I was
The
waiting
coil
for guy
twin.
on the couch. Yeah, let's get this guy on the couch.
You guys talked about all the other stuff though, like the 50s noir and the score, but
No, we haven't, but now we
well,
have.
he brought it up.
Well, I just said it's got a lot of nods to
Yeah.
It
to
does.
the golden age of Hollywood, and there's even though the weird leg thing that Sarah does in the pool, that was an unused shot from a Marilyn Monroe movie.
You know who that actress is?
Nope.
You know who she's related to? Her name is Riley Keough. She's been in a bunch of movies.
Okay.
Okay.
She's Elvis's granddaughter.
I did not know that.
Okay.
She's a good actress. I like her. I just felt like the majority of the people in this movie that are good actors and actresses, they didn't give them enough, other than Andrew Garfield.
Well, I thought
My opinion.
they gave more Topher Grace than I thought there was going to be. I thought
Yeah.
he was just going to like show up at the bar and that's
Yeah.
it. But he kind of lays out the whole movie for him.
I mean, if you think about on the line, what is this film about? Boy gets obsessed with girl. Girl vanishes. He then searches for girl. He then eventually finds girl. Girl says, "Leave me alone. I'm absolutely fine." And there you go. Boy gets evicted.
Right. And Boy gets evicted. And I
But he-
believe that he kept going on with more and more conspiracy.
Well, yeah.
But he got what he wanted. He just wanted to make sure she was okay.
Yeah, I mean, but
That's
when
freaking
when
creepy.
you walk it down with that wouldn't sell anybody on the film.
Right?
No.
It's like
That's why they made the whole conspiracy allegory throughout the
Yeah.
whole movie.
well. So can we get into it? Okay,
Let's get into it.
let's get into
It's
it.
got a good soundtrack too.
Yeah. Well, no, I think, and
He's thinking.
oh yes, he's talking about conspiracy. I think he was the dog killer.
Yeah.
Because why did he have the damn dog biscuits? And that sounds like such a. There's a scene.
Stop playing
for
footsie with me.
Sorry, you like it. So, for those of you who haven't seen it, recommend it. Believe it or not, but there's a scene where the hobo king, he basically is going to kill him, threatens to kill him, has him tied up, and he says, "Hey, why do you have dog biscuits?" And this whole time before, there's a setup because there's this killer on the loose who's killing dogs. And Andrew Garfield's character's line sounds so fake. Like, it's like, I have a girlfriend and she had, when I miss her, it's just, I don't kill dogs. What are you talking about? No one said anything about killing dogs. I'm just asking about the
That's
biscuits.
that's strange. I believed him.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not.
He was so just shocked that he's chained up and about to die. That
Well,
he's trying to get the truth out,
but-
but he can't because he's in shock.
But here's my thing is, for the first time, because he's living a life without accountability. His whole life he hasn't lived accountability, and here's this guy who's homeless, who has nothing, who's actually holding this guy accountable for the first time. He can't get by on his good looks. He can't get by on his charm. He can't get by smoking weed. He has to get by the answers. We're holding you accountable. You
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. He's never had to do that, so he's stammering while doing it.
Yeah, but he can't charm his way out of it.
He's not charming. He's trying to tell the truth, but he doesn't know how to.
I think it's just two sides of the coin. You
I think
see-
so too.
Yeah.
This movie is made to be this.
Yeah.
There's so many open ends that it's open for discussion. Like they never discussed the real thing about the owl.
Yeah. Yeah, they
It was it was a cryptid.
we don't talk about the watermelon.
Why is there watermelon there? Yeah, and I did a lot of reading about this movie just because I wanted to
Okay, so
learn things.
Reddit has this great thing because remember the fireworks, right?
Yes.
So according to a user in Reddit who I meant to give credit, but unfortunately I forgot to.
You forgot to get the Reddit credit?
Yeah, sorry, I apologize. So if you're listening to this 5 years from now, please know that I appreciate you. But anyway, so
Do we have a subreddit? I don't think we have a subreddit.
not yet. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a conspiracy theory based on like the ramblings that we have. But anyways, so the fireworks go off. That's actually Morse code. And according to Reddit, and according to the most Morse code, it means to dissent now. Basically, it's called arms, and if you think about it, she sees the fireworks, and that's what kind of stimulates her.
Yeah, because then she leaves the next morning.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah, when you think about that, because at first I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah.
Well, I was like, why are there fireworks just there?
Yeah, it made no sense. Yeah.
So,
But at the same time, that was the same shot where he looked up at her and there was that soft 1940s glow around her. So I was just like, oh, okay, so it's just going to be like a classic Hollywood scene where they look up and see fireworks. I like dismissed that.
like Brokeback Mountain,
Sure.
that infamous shot with Heath Ledger with the Fourth of
Licking
July.
his hand, yeah.
No. I mean, yeah, but no.
One of my favorite lines was when his friend was talking about the chess party. And he's like, chess party, it's just hot chicks and guys who like to play chess. And I think my favorite absurd scene is when the owl lady comes to his apartment.
Yeah.
And he goes into the bedroom to look for her, and he checks his underwear drawer for her. He's like looking behind closets and then he just opens up his underwear drawer, and it's like, the size of a shoebox. Like the owl's going to be in there. But nobody thought this movie was funny. Okay.
Well, when I saw it at first, I'm trying to think along the lines, but I know it's an A24 film, so I already know it's going to mindfuck me in some way, shape, or form. But that's pretty much a given. We're watching A24, so nothing is as it seems. So I'm already trying to think ahead, but at first I'm like, is this kind of like a Fight Club thing where this is all in his head?
And it could be.
Well, and that would explain a lot of the absurdity of some of these things, so on and so forth. And I'm trying to think along that. I'm like, no, that's almost too easy of an out.
He was the only one that knew that the conspiracy guy knew about the owl person. He was the only one that knew about the owl. Like he said, his comic did not go anywhere. He was the only one that picked up the damn comic. So you could be on the right track. That he could be either the dog killer or the owl or both.
All three. I mean, that would make me want to hide in some bunker. Just saying.
And
Fuck this.
Speaking of, the bunker that he found is the bedroom from 2001 at the end.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the absurdity, but yet the brilliance at the same time. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's brilliant absurdity where it's like, what? It really is kind of like rubber in some ways where it's like,
yeah.
What the fuck? This is so stupid, but
it's this overall message told in a story form.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's like, yeah, like,
I think me and you need to go on a rubber tour. That sounded weird.
Trojan man.
Captain Durex.
Oh, boy. Oh, let's go ahead and call the Sheik.
Magnum.
Yeah, you think too big of me, man. God bless you. I love you, but no. But anyways,
I'm out of notes.
I mean,
we could just talk about the movie itself because
it was
there's a lot to talk about.
It was awesome direction, awesome setting, awesome design, awesome just cinematography. The acting was great.
Yeah,
the characters. You could probably make a spin-off almost of every fucking character.
Yes.
You need to, because we didn't get enough of them.
A24 could do a spin-off of just the hooker company.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I want to see Bird Lady. I mean, it's like I mean, like I want to know the Owl Lady. I want to know the Hobo King. It's just.
It was almost like the Fisher King. From the Fisher King.
$5 says the Hobo King is from Hoboken. Huh? Yeah, Hoboken.
Oh no, we got it.
Yeah.
And when he first deciphered the pizza box, I was like, "Oh, the Griffith Observatory," because that's where the James Dean statue's at. I knew that from Hollywood.
That's where La La Land was.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah, it was like David Lynch's La La Land.
Oh God.
without the singing. Well, no, there was a lot of singing in this movie.
Again, if they just would have like went a little bit more comedy, it would have been an absurd like sex comedy.
I don't want it to be. I like it the way it is.
I do too, but it's just my brain is trying to put boxes and checks and balances, and it's like, oh man,
No. Let your mind run free. Fly.
huh?
That was a Silence of the Lambs.
Huh? I've never seen it.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are done with our show completely.
Have a nice
What?
day.
We have a guy that's never seen Silence
Oh.
of the Lambs.
Clearly he has.
Yes. Tell me, Clarice.
Some Officer
Do
Farva
you still hear
being-
the screaming?
Fly.
Well, I'm glad you guys liked this movie.
Well, what do you have to say about this movie?
Buffalo Bill would have been great. in
I did
this.
not enjoy this movie.
Tell me
Tell
why.
Because I don't like David Lynch movies, and it was like that. It was like Mulholland Drive. It was
much.
confusing.
Tell me
It was
why.
fine. I won't watch it again. Like I wasn't like you guys where I had to watch it again. I hated his character. I think.
Oh no,
that
I hate
was,
his character.
Yeah.
I think he just drove me away. That.
But
whole
that's
thing.
the sign of good acting. If you hate it,
That's fine.
If you ever seen, there's a movie called Roman out there. Roman. It's a horror movie. It's about this guy who's sitting in his apartment and
that's Scream 3.
no, it's actually called Roman. So naturally, me being a narcissist, I saw it sitting in the Hollywood video. I'm like, of course, I'm going to rent it. It has my fucking name. So yeah, but no, it's a similar premise to a degree. But he ends up killing the girl and then chopping her up and then hiding the body throughout the film. And then he meets another girl, and she shoots himself, and then he finally gets guilty of the murder, but not the murder that he committed, but of the girl. So yeah. Yeah, it's all over the place. So, recommend it.
Never heard of it.
Kristen Bell or whatever is in it when she was younger.
Kristen Bell.
Yeah, yeah.
It was either Kristen Bell or Kirsten Dunst.
Oh yeah.
If they had a kid,
It's a 50-50 shot. You don't know what you're gonna get.
yeah, she's someone short and blonde.
Maybe if I'd watched it in one sitting, but I had to break it up because it was too long and I was just not paying attention at that point.
Yeah, you have to pay
But it
attention.
didn't have anything to do with boxing or Predator.
We're not talking
Or
about
Boxing Predator.
Ooh, yeah.
that. I think I just don't. I don't know. Maybe it was just the style. I don't know.
There were like 20 movies named Roman.
It's 2006
I wonder if
or
there's
4.
are there taglines for this movie.
Oh, I meant to look that up, and I didn't do that.
Murder. There's no murder.
Murder dogs.
Oh yeah, I found it. The female lead in Roman is named Nectar Rose.
That's not Kirsten Dunst.
No, I mean she's in it.
Oh.
Kristen Bell.
Best Bell.
They say love, it is a river, Decatur Rose. No,
No,
Decatur Rose?
no.
Decatur.
But
Decatur
anyways,
Rose.
so while you wait for that, we can make our own taglines. Kind of go
Yes,
backwards.
please.
All right, so Adam, let's go ahead and make taglines for this film. Let's see. It's a slapping good time that makes you want to hide away. No. Run away from your problems. This summer, run away from your problems.
Under the Silver Lake. Who?
I see what you did there.
There's only one tagline, so
See some Garfunkel Wang with murder.
Garfield Garfunkel.
Watch him kick 14-year-old's ass.
those are not good.
No.
The
Get high.
tagline is "What are they hiding?"
Wow.
With
Lame.
murder.
The tagline should be like in code, like the director's credit was at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
You actually had to decipher the director's name at the end.
The fireworks will tell you.
There are a lot of skunks in Hollywood. This is the story of one of them.
Do you want to sleep with this guy? Everybody else does, apparently.
The guy who wrote It Follows.
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting.
And the same composer did the music too.
Yeah,
But it wasn't synth like It Follows,
It Follows is a good movie.
and a good soundtrack.
I don't recall the soundtrack in this movie other than the people singing. I paid attention for once to the sound. I mean, the score. It was kind of good.
Who won?
Oh my God.
You're welcome.
4 years, and that's the first time you've done that.
Oh, yes. You realize how much upset on that one? All for this moment. The payoff.
So do we think that Sam's just going to continue doing conspiracy theories?
Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep. Because he felt, and this is another reason why I didn't like him, he felt that he did something.
Yeah, he felt
Well, because he
superior
has
in
no
his life.
accomplishments. He has no
Right.
value. Like, yeah.
But it's like, you didn't do anything.
Well, I mean, he's going to kill some dogs.
I really don't think he's the dog killer, but
Okay, no problem.
Who's the
Well,
dog killer?
Yeah, he's probably going to have a business of dog walking. He's going to make a killing.
The bird lady was the dog killer.
Oh,
She doesn't like
bird
dogs.
lady.
the bird lady that has the parrot that says Hollywood.
Yeah, she only likes the birds.
Yeah, I hear she likes peckers.
It could have been the apartment complex guy.
He
Or
just
the
wants
or
rent.
the cop lady, because she said she wouldn't be very nice
Yeah. But she was nice.
that one time.
Yeah.
Until she sleeps with him or something crazy.
I'm surprised he didn't offer to sleep with the tenant guy. Like, can I just sleep with you and get like a couple more days,
Right.
please? How did he get money for all the beer? He was always drinking beer.
He always had money too.
Well,
Yeah.
more than likely, it's because I've had a friend who's like this.
Mm-hmm.
He aesthetically not pretty at all, but for some reason he's always had a hot chick
Mm-hmm.
on his arm, and he always had money because they gave him money, and he always had beer because they would bring over beer. So
yeah.
when he went to the cookie party, he slipped him money.
Yeah.
And then when the one girl's like, "Can you buy me one of those?" Slipped him money.
Yeah.
But he's broke.
Yeah. Very weird.
you got money for cookies, but you don't got money for rent.
You know, he's got pizza.
Yep.
You got
He can
weed.
he could pay for a damn.
Oh yeah, he always had weed.
He could pay for a hooker
Yeah. I don't know how
He had a
much
credit
she
card.
was, but
because she's like, you got her credit card.
yeah.
Well, maybe he's robbing banks like the next movie we'll review.
Maybe.
Maybe
Yeah.
It's not even the next movie.
it's
No,
not.
it's not.
Thanks for that.
Well, they don't know what it is.
No, they don't.
Stupid listeners.
Stop that.
Thank you very much, all 7 of you. We really appreciate you.
We do.
Love you, Mom.
And Lisa.
Did this movie come out into the theater?
Yes.
Yes.
Huh. Interesting.
Not very long because it was way back when A24 was not a big deal. So it was like one of those indie releases that was like
2018 or 2019?
It's 2019.
yeah, it was only released at like Sundial or Woodlands. If you're local, you'll know what that means.
If not, we just sound like douchebaggy, poshy people. It's
Oh,
like,
it was released at Sundial.
Oh my gosh.
And it sounds so prestigious as a theater, and they tried so hard to make it so.
They really did. Kind of like Centro Ybor. Really, thank you for talking about Tampa Bay area, the podcast, where we're
Centro
just going to talk
Ybor.
about nostalgia.
Centro Ybor. I went to the Improv a lot there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You okay?
Yeah.
Having a little improv? Yeah. Maybe set in the scene?
Are you doing a Family Guy thing?
Maybe having some open-ended questions? Yeah. Maybe some audience participation?
No, I went to the Improv. I saw Robert Schimmel and Pablo Francisco, and
Did you own anything there?
I did buy a Pablo Francisco CD and have him sign it.
Good. Anyways, no transition. Let's get back to the movie.
Yeah, we're great with segues.
We really are.
You can
Let's
stay on the wheel.
let's just pop on that thing and see where it goes.
Well, you both liked this movie. So
A
do you have
lot.
anything else to say about it?
I like this movie a lot. I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
Well, you watched it twice, so
I know.
I mean,
But I watched it a second time just to ingest more of it.
Yeah, like if someone said, okay, I'm watching this film, I think it's going to be one of those things where it's like, okay, well, do me a favor. When you're done watching it, hit me up and we
Right.
can talk about it.
yeah, like, oh, I want to watch this movie. Cool. You do that on your own. Talk to
Yeah.
you later.
Yeah, I have no intention on watching it with you. Now, I could watch Rubber again, no problem.
Oh, I've watched Rubber like 5
Yeah,
times.
yeah. But this one is like, no, I can't. It's
And that's
like
A24's MO for me. Like, I love their movies, but I only need to watch them once or twice.
ditto. Yeah, like
Maybe Hereditary I could watch a few times, but
nope.
I watched Midsommar once and then watched the 4-hour director's cut, and that's all I needed.
I feel like Hereditary, you have to watch it at least twice to understand it.
But what I'm saying is Hereditary is almost entertaining enough where you can just watch it as a horror movie.
Yeah. To an extent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Like
not
The
a
Witch,
fan.
I won't watch The Witch again. I loved it, but I won't watch it again.
Meh.
Northman, I loved it. I won't watch it again.
My
The Whale, loved it. I will not watch it again.
No.
Spring Breakers.
Hated it. Will not watch it again.
Okay.
Spring Breakers.
Spring Breakers.
Okay.
Or just
All right.
Spring Break.
No, yeah, it's just one of those films where it's like a Cheesecake Factory where it's really rich, really big, and I'm good eating it once. And if you want to order it, cool.
I like that because I can only eat half my cheesecake like I
Yeah.
did with this movie and came back the next day and watched.
Yeah, I mean, it was
the
delicious.
rest.
It was filling, but it's like, do you want? No.
And then when you're done, you're like, why did I eat that?
Yeah, I'm going to be paying for that later.
Then you
Yes.
get an Alka-Seltzer, and some Tums.
You wake up, you ask your wife, at 2 o'clock in the morning, why didn't you refill the toilet paper? No, don't worry. Don't get up, honey. I'll get it. And then you're doing the waddle. Yeah.
Sensing some real life.
Yep, that's just like this
Goodness.
movie.
Hypothetical.
So if you want to see a movie that makes you waddle to get toilet paper,
It's not really a glowing appraisal.
no.
I just see like notes like on the back of the DVD copy. It's like it's kind of like waddling. Get toilet paper. Roman Rodriguez mad as the podcast. It's like, oh Christ, this is.
I don't know. I was excited about watching this movie because the
cast?
trailer and the synopsis of it made me think it was a different movie, which I
Yeah.
get. That's what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
thought this was going to be like a murder mystery type movie. This girl that he just met drowned in a swimming pool of his apartment, and now he tries to find the killer, and that's not what it was at all. And I think that's another reason why I was disappointed because I didn't sign up for a conspiracy theory movie.
Yeah, and that's a thing that bothers me a lot, and turns me off to movies when they market it completely wrong, and you go in expecting something else.
Yes,
And that really pisses me off.
because I don't
It was like
know.
Pan's Labyrinth. I thought Pan's Labyrinth was supposed to be this like fantasy movie, and it's just a stupid movie about the Spanish Civil War.
But it was fantasy-ish.
They had 2
right?
scenes, and that was fantasy-ish.
Oh, okay. But I don't know. I didn't go in thinking it was a conspiracy theory movie, so maybe that's why I was turned off a little bit by it. I don't know.
I just think it flowed really well for being not a fast movie, but a well-paced movie.
It was well paced, but it was not fast to me. There were so many different like elements that had to like so many different layers of this movie that I was like, okay, now what? Now what? Now what? Like I don't know. It was a lot. So, but I'm glad you guys liked it. Any final thoughts on this movie?
I highly recommend it, especially if you like David Lynch, especially if you want to see a really good performance out of Andrew Garfield. He really does a good job of being unlikable.
Absolutely.
The cast is good, even though there's very little people that you would recognize. I'm not. That sounded so hoity-toity. I'm saying I didn't recognize them. The music's good. The one song that Silver Sun Pickups you did for Jesus and the Brides of Dracula were really good. Even the one scene dancing to REM was good, and if you know me, you know that's a blasphemous thing to say. Yeah, I recommend it. At least a single watch. You just have to be in the mood for a Lynchian conspiracy, numerology, abstract movie. Roman?
Yeah. No. As I stated before,
On the poster. Yeah, Roman.
I already gave it the waddle. I mean, come on. We'll have more. I mean, no. I mean, it again. It was an awesome movie that still, it's like, yeah. Yeah, it really is very. I keep on saying yeah, but that's kind of it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, Wow. It's getting me speechless because it's in one regard I can see why people hate it. I can see why somebody goes, I don't get it. I don't like it.
It's very condescending sounding.
Well, but in the same regards,
I don't get it.
Well, no, in the same regards, I can understand why someone goes, "Oh my God, this is the greatest film ever." Oh my God, this is so deep.
So it's the Radiohead of movies.
You know, you shut your pirate whore of a mouth, okay? All right, or I'm going to bury you underneath fake plastic trees because you're a creep.
Okay, computer,
you weirdo. What the hell are you doing here? You don't belong here.
Should be the name of this movie, is Paranoid Android.
Oh, don't. Now I'm going to start quoting films. Or quoting lyrics.
No.
There you go.
Nope.
But anyways.
Nope.
Please no.
Yeah, it's time to fade out.
Please no.
You know what? We need to call the
Radiohead.
Karma Police. Okay?
Well, once you get done being under the Silver Lake, don't come up really fast so you get the bends.
Oh, nice. Well played. Well played.
From the guy who hates Radiohead.
No kidding. Like
But I do love that album, The Bends.
Well, if you don't like it, you and what army is going to take you out? Yeah.
Maybe a Seven Nation Army?
No, that's not right. Oh, I win. I get the radio credit. Hey,
soundtrack to Suspiria. Tom York did the sound. Okay.
That's a stretch.
So, Allison, give us your glowing review.
I already did.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's okay. He wasn't.
I thought you
apparently
you didn't give us. You didn't. You introduced final thoughts, and then you went to me first.
No, I said that I did not enjoy this movie. I felt that it was just too much layered. It was very long. I feel I was tricked into thinking it was another movie.
Okay.
So maybe that's one reason why I didn't like it. But I didn't care for it, and I hated his character. I hated it so much.
I think you were supposed to.
Yeah, I hated his character.
I thought he was charming.
Yeah, I
heard that. I don't get it at all. He was a selfish ass.
He was
and I can't stand that he was just like, he thought he had to go help this girl. That bothers the crap out of me. And I loved the line where she was like, I've been right here. I'm fine. And then the best is, you didn't even know me.
Yeah.
Like, that was like, that summed up the entire movie. Like, you need to calm down, dude. Like, it's not about you.
Yeah.
Chill.
He was the white knight in his own head.
Yeah. It was just not good.
Well, he wanted purpose. He
wanted something to do.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't mean you follow a girl
But it was
around.
a hell of a journey, and that's what I liked about it.
I'm glad you guys liked it. It wasn't awful. It definitely wasn't the worst A24 movie I've seen. But
it's definitely not the worst A24 movie on this list.
But agreed, I will not watch it again. So.
Okay.
Yep.
So that was Under the Silver Lake. I enjoyed this. I'm enjoying this series that we're doing. I finally got to see the movie that I bought all those years ago. So join us again for our next episode on another A24 movie in this 3-part series. For Alison and Roman, this is Adam saying, enjoy the rest of your day and remember to celebrate cinema.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
I got no songs about lakes to sing a song.
Oh God, we almost ended the episode without a song.